אהלן, ערב טוב, קודם כל תודה שבאתם, זה בכלל לא מובן מאליו לראות אתכם פה בתקופת מבחנים, אז כל מי שנמצא פה יש לכם סיכוי טוב כנראה להיות יזמים מוצלחים, כי רוב החבר'ה שעזבו בשנה שנייה את הלימודים ולא סיימו את התואר, הפכו להיות יזמים מאוד מאוד מוצלחים, נכון? התשובה היא לא נכון, אבל זה בסדר סיפור טוב, רוב החבר'ה שסיימו שנה שנייה ולא סיימו את התואר לא פתחו את בודדים וטעויות סטטיסטיות, הקימו את מייקרוסופט בסוף נטישת הלימודים. שמי אייל, רציתי לספר לכם, לשתף אתכם קצת במה שהולך לקרות בחודשים הקרובים, בתחרות שנקראת Coller 1000. Coller זה ג'רמי קולר, הכריז לפני 3 שנים, יחד עם חלק מההשתלבות שלו בפקולטה לניהול כאן באוניברסיטת תל אביב, על תחרות שבה מובטחים בסוף המסלול $100,000 למיזם שמצליח להגיע לקו הגמר. עכשיו, זה מובטח, כלומר, מי שמגיע לקו הגמר מקבל את $100,000 כהשקעה. בסדר? אז זה חלק אחד. עכשיו, בואו נדבר קצת על איך זה... מה? בואו נדבר לשנייה אחת בכלל מה הסיפור. הסיפור מאוד פשוט. לכם, כיזמים, ותכף נראה מי זה לכם ומי מסוגל ומי מותר לו או לה להשתלב בתחרות הזאת, יש לכם הזדמנות לקבל 2 ערכים מוספים מאוד משמעותיים. ערך מוסף ראשון, והוא החשוב מבין השניים, יש לכם הזדמנות לטייב, להשביח ולקחת את הסטארט-אפ שלכם הרבה מאוד צעדים קדימה. ערך מוסף שני, אולי, אם תצליחו להגיע לקו הגמר, יש לכם $100,000 פוטנציאל השקעה. זה בגדול. אבל אני חייב לעצור שנייה כי שכחתי לשאול משהו. האם יש כאן בקהל או באנגלית? Is there anyone here in the audience that speaks only English? English? אתה בסדר אם נעשה את זה בעברית? כי you have the opportunity to get everything in English, because the entire program is going to be in English. Yeah. Okay. As with your permission, I'll move to English, and I'll translate to Hebrew if anyone will need any. So, the Coller competition gives you 2 opportunities. First, to get your startup a few steps ahead, push it, boost it, and get some juice into it. Okay, that's one thing. The second is, if you reach the finish line, you will have the opportunity, it's your call, to receive $100,000 investment in your venture. Okay? So this is the game. Now, it's been running for the 3rd year now. We have 2 years of experience with us. It's with the courtesy of Mr. Jeremy Coller, who is the sponsor of the school today. And the first reason, it's going to be a lot of effort. If you want to win this competition, if you want your venture to win, it's your venture that's winning the competition. It's not you personally, okay? If you want your venture to win, you have to invest a lot of time and effort for that. Why? The goal is to improve your venture. This is the main reason of why you want to compete. A venture usually is a half-baked idea that you have to refine and develop until it will become fully eligible to win the market. It's a long process. It's not something you could do alone in your room. It's something that has to work with other people. So you have to work with mentors. You have to work with people who know, who have some experience. You have to get advice. You have to brush and polish your concepts, your idea, your business models, your pitching capabilities, etc., etc. All that should be done with other people. All that should be done professionally and intensively. So you get this opportunity to improve. You have to invest all of this time if you want your venture to move forward. So this is the first reason. The second reason is to get some professional feedback. All the founders that I know get a lot of feedback from the people they love, or they care about, or they trust. So you get feedback from your family, you get feedback from your closest friends, you get feedback maybe from students who study with you, maybe from your lecturers. But this is not enough. You need feedback from many other people who are professionals in the field of new venture creation. People who come from the field of intellectual property, new venture finance, new venture strategy, etc. This is beyond your family in most cases. Okay? So even if you don't win, you still get to gain all of this feedback you can get from all those professionals. If you reach to let's say to the second, and I'll explain about the stages of the competition. If you reach the second, if you will go beyond the semifinals, you will get one-on-one mentorship of a team of mentors who will help you get your idea and your venture ready to win the finals. And even if you don't win the finals, you still get one-on-one mentorship for 4 weeks of intense work to get your venture and your pitch one step further. Okay? And you're going to be networking with a lot of very good founders, just like you. Networking and peer learning, learning from other people just like you, is super valuable. It's extremely valuable. So you get to learn from other people on the challenges they have. They're founders just like you. But they have a different networking than you have. They know other people. They will help you open doors to other people. You will learn from them how they solved challenges or problems that you're solving. You have to solve right now. Okay? So you have a lot of networking with peers, and you'll gain a significant amount of exposure to industry leaders. Maybe they'll not be your mentors, maybe they'll not give you feedback, but they can open doors for you. But maybe they will even invest. Maybe they know someone who wants to invest. So expand your network and your exposure to people who can really help your venture. So this is what you can gain, even if you did not win. If you win, you get another $100,000, which is nice. What happened last year and the year before? 2017 competition, Easy Hike won the first prize. Today, the platform enables a lot of travelers and parks around the United States to provide a much better traveling experience and hiking experience all over the States and in Canada. It all started here, in this room, when they received their first $100,000 check. They're still active, they're still running, they're still moving forward, developing their venture. 2018 was a very interesting year. TuneFork, a startup that deals with improving the quality of sound in your cell phones or any earphone device. They again started with $100,000 of investment here. They're active, they're up, they're running, they're going into the States, building more and more traction to the venture. The most interesting thing that happened last year is that actually on the deadline, on the final day, during the pitch, the judges were out trying to find the best venture, and we promised only one venture, only $100,000 were supposed to be given. And actually, two ventures won. So the judges decided to double the prize, and $2,000 investment was done at that particular night. And Casto won $100,000, and TuneFork won $100,000. Both of those ventures are active, they're running, they've raised more money on that particular, based on the winning of the competition last year. Each and every one of them was able to raise more than the $100,000 when those initial funding they received here, the competition, opened the door for other investors to join in, build some trust, and get traction with a larger amount of money to start with. All ventures are still active, still running, and pursuing their way to success. So, how is it going to work? The registration is open from today. You can start registering your venture on the platform and start placing your candidature or your venture in order to win. We have about 2.5 months. And if you want to resubmit, improve your submission, you can do it. So you can submit once, and you can say, okay, we have progress, we have better pitches, you can do that again. You don't have to start submitting today. You can wait a week, 2, 3. We're going to have a lot of things that are going to help you in your submission. But on the 13th of April, so that's the submission deadline, the system will be locked, and we will start evaluating your submissions. And this is when all of the applications, and we expect about 100 applications, 100 teams to compete, will go into a very deep evaluation process. It's going to be done with a group of mentors and judges. At least one of them is here, Yair. At least one of them, Yair, from the Entrepreneurship Center of the entire university. Most of you must have seen this flyer that was published on Friday. Okay, and if not, you can see it here. So Yair and myself and about 28 more judges and mentors will review all of those applications. We're going to check them, and out of those, we'll select the best to move to the semifinal. Okay? Out of them, a small group, a smaller number, about 10, will move into the mentoring phase. Those will get about a month of acceleration, one-on-one mentorship, and trying to help you bring your pitch to perfection. And on the 3rd of June, that's going to be the final. Jeremy Coller is going to be here, all of the judges and the mentors, and everybody's going to be adjourned in this room or maybe in the Leon Hall down on the first floor and select the winner for this year. Okay? A few interesting milestones. The registration is open. You have 2.5 months, more or less. Okay? Within this period of time, we're going to run here a lot of workshops. The Ignite Club is going to run the Ignite Now program, which is a short-term, it's a very intensive accelerator to help ventures who want to move forward and take their venture proposition to be in a much higher level before the deadline. Okay? So you have a lot of opportunities to check your files and your venture before you submit. Okay? After this is done, everything goes back screen, and all the analysis with the judges is going to be done in private. We will notify each and every team if you've moved further. Applicants. Who can submit an application? So first, you have to be a team. You cannot be a solo entrepreneur and submit your venture. Okay? Why? Because your chances of being successful are much higher if you work as a team. The solo founder is a myth, or the successful solo founder. Okay? You have enough time to found a co-founder, join together, join your forces, and build your venture. You must be a for-profit venture. This particular competition is not about social ventures. There are other competitions who are social or impact. This is mostly it has to be a for-profit entity. At least one of the founding team has to be a TAO founder. TAO founder means that you have to be either a student or a graduate within the last 5 years. So if you graduated any degree, even your PhD or your master's degree in the last 5 years, that's good enough. And you should have at least 10% of the venture.
TAO founder, is it exclusive to any university? I'm sorry, it's
Tel Aviv University. TAU's Tel Aviv University.
Okay. If I'm in this like co-venture of MA Echo of economics with the Hebrew University, does it count?
We'll have to check it afterwards. I'm not so familiar with the program, so I can't really tell you. Okay, but you have to be a substantial co-founder, which is about 10% of the venture. And you have to be an early stage venture. Okay? If you have raised more than about $75,000, you cannot apply. But if you have used small amounts of money, 20, 30, maybe Madan Arashi, the Office of Chief Scientist, which is about 200,000 shekel, 200,000 shekels, that's okay, you can still apply. Okay?
Can you please give us some statistics about the last 2 years winners? Did they raise any money before applying to the...
They all qualified to those terms.
But did they raise money?
After or before?
Before applying to the competition.
No, they couldn't have. Less than 200,000.
So my question is...
At least one of the winners, last year, one of the winners, they did most of the work by themselves because they were a very competent team. Another one had a partnership with angels who provided them with support but not with cash. So they had a lot of support. They got labs for free. They got working space for free. They got equipment for free, but they did not get any investment. Okay, so they did. One team did everything themselves, very competent team, and the other one got some support but no cash. You have to have some kind of a working prototype. Okay, so you have to have something to show us. Okay, the more the better. an MVP, a prototype, an alpha, an advanced demo, something tangible that you can see that you know what you're talking about. Okay? And the 10 finalists must attend the final event on the 3rd of June. Okay? So if you know that you have a trip to Alaska, you're going to do a ski on the Sahara or whatever on the 3rd of June, please don't apply. Or at least make sure that a significant member from your team is going to be attending on the final event. Okay? So those are the criteria. I think that they're very simple. It's very straightforward. If you need a pre-boost, if you want to be more successful in application, Ignite Now. Ignite Now is run by the student, by the student club and the entrepreneurship club of the students, and they're going to help you boost your venture. Okay? You have to apply. Not everybody is going to be accepted because there's limited place. You have to apply on this link, and you will be able to, maybe you will be accepted and get some more, let's say, juice into your venture before applying. How to apply? That's it. Just log on to this, to the Coller competition and start. Before you apply, I suggest that you read carefully the entire application form, do your homework, prepare your files, get it ready, and apply. If you have questions, please drop us an email and we'll do our best to answer. Okay? And stay tuned to the Coller Ignite activities and to the Coller competition activities. We're going to give you a lot of events that will help you move forward. Okay? So just before we move on, Q&As, any questions of any sort?
Email.
Yeah, the questions could move into Hebrew.
About email, you said there will be an email?
This, just everything is on the website. Okay? The questions can be done in Hebrew and I'll translate if required.
No.
Can we get more details about the investment, about the equity, how much?
The equity depends on the startup, so it's your option. You are holding the option. You will get a quote from the investor for $100,000. You will negotiate the terms, and if you shake hands, you'll get the money, and you will sign the investment agreement. And if you don't, if you decide, it's your option. If you decide not to take the money, you can replace the $100,000 investment by a $5,000 grant. 5,000 grant, no strings attached, just cash.
Can I ask about like last year ballpark? How much was it? Was it 20%? Was it 10%?
You can ask, but I can't answer. The reason for that it's under disclosure of the ventures, and with what they signed in the closed room is their business. Apparently, they agreed to the terms. Nobody is too greedy over here. This entire process, as you can understand, is more just to support early stage student venturing, and it's not for anyone to become greedy. Nevertheless, nobody wants to become like just donate the money. It's not a donation. It's a fair market value of the venture, and obviously fair market value is something to be negotiated. More questions?
What are the criteria of moving forward in the competition? Is it like a good idea? Is it like getting closer to execution? What are the criteria?
Oh, that's $1 million question. To be honest, nobody really knows what is the perfect startup. Because if you have the formula for a perfect investment, you can sell it like for a lot of money to all the investors in the world. Okay, and maybe improve the statistics of venture capital investments. But in our particular case, in our particular competition, we're looking through several criteria that will indicate a round or a full venture. Excuse me. So we're looking about the quality of the team, and its experience, its ability to execute. We're looking about the idea, how well it's constructed. We're looking at the business models. We'll be looking about the evidence that you have, real life evidence, not theories, practice. Show us facts. We want to see that you have some sort of traction. We want to see that you have some market evidence that someone in the world wants your value, is willing to pay for your value. We want to see that you have reliable projections about how much people will be willing to pay, how much it's going to cost, what is your go-to-market strategy. Okay?
Did any of the winners last years was out on the market during the competition?
Before the competition, yes.
Before the competition?
Yes, even before.
They
And
were
they
out
continued,
on the
yeah.
market and paying customers?
They had at least evaluating customers. Some of them had evaluating, not all of them, but some of them had evaluation customers, had letter of intent. They showed us that someone in the world appreciates that the value they're bringing in. If I failed to mention, the entire process, A to Z, is done in English. Okay? Submissions, files, pitches, presentations, everything is in English. Why? Because this is the formal language of entrepreneurship. Worldwide entrepreneurs, Israel, India, United States, Europe, okay? English is the language for entrepreneurship, okay, for in the startup world. So we follow. And if you'd like to get investments from foreign investors, you have to do the whole thing in English. Question?
My name is Ariadna. Thank you for the whole presentation. Team is not just important, but vital, as you have well outlined. Is there any support that maybe the Ignite program offers in this regard?
In team building? Yes. Yes. In our previous events, we had boards which we did not post today, but we had boards of people finding co-founders. So people were trying to find other people. We have the Coller Ignite Facebook page, which is an excellent place to say that you're looking for other people to work with. Or you can just apply to the team, and maybe they know other people, the Ignite team, and they will introduce themselves and what they do. Like, comes from many faculties. So we have people from engineering, we have people from computer science, from many faculties. They're all into it, and maybe they have friends who have friends. Okay? We'll try to do our best to help, but we can't promise. There are 30,000 students here. So, more questions? That's it? So thank you very much for coming again, and I'll move the mic to the reason you really came to listen.